Hey guys, Jan here, Northview Model Shop with an update on the F-14a Tomcat Revell 1/48 scale. Last time you seen this kit, it was, I'm not sure where I was with it, getting close to decaling in the final assembly. Well, I put the burn to her, stayed up late a couple nights in a row, and voila, done. Done as it's going to get for me anyway. There's a few little details that we can finish up onto it. Glass is not glued on, and purposely I think I've done that because the piece de resistance for me, the Canadian, I know French barely, is the injector seats. I know I've showed this in about every video, and I should do some pictures of these, but for me this was quite intense for me to get that. But all in all, the kit, not my cup of tea. I'm not a jet era fan myself. I think Atomic Dog can appreciate the fact of the World War II and the pre-war airplanes. Really, the interest to me, they're so sleek and well, not even sleek. You know what I mean? Industrialist and just mechanically interesting. And jets and stuff like that are so secretive, and they look like they should fly. And the old biplanes and the old piston prop air stuff just look like it shouldn't be flying, and it does, right? But anyway, the kit, all in all, is relatively nice. It's weird for me. I'm used to an airplane being split down the center and assembled. This is split through the dorsal area. Well, I don't even know where to start. It's geared up so it has the movable wings. And it's a bit of a knack to get it. Test fit. Try putting this thing together 3 or 4 times mock-up before you even consider gluing your hasp, because I don't know how many times I've just test fitting, falling apart, and the wings would drop down side, wouldn't fit right. So by the time it was time to glue, I had got figured out. And I think the best way to do it is when you look at it the way you think you should be setting them in is the wrong way. These halves are, one side has little holes that will fit the actual ratchet adjustment pieces. You'd actually want to put your wings on the opposite side, and then you set the piece with the ratchet with the alignment pins on top of it, and then you align it from there, and then it fits. It's opposite to what you would think. A little tip there that I found worked. Another tip that I would suggest people is do not glue these in. Your horizontal fins, get them so they're loose. You're going to have to do so much work to these just to add the side pieces, your decaling, your future, your clear. And they fit together relatively well and tight, so I just am going to leave them loose without breaking it. It looks fine. And if you ever have to transport or store it, it's probably the best. Let's see here. Let's take the adjusters out, or ejectors out. Whoops. A little weight in the front, you need that. We won't need that anyway. That's the next thing I would say. There's a lot of these little doors all through here, and as well, I've broken another one off, and one here that needs to be super glued back on. I did it with no armamentry at all. My buddy Black Mark needed some stuff for a Warhammer build he was doing. I just gave it to him. I wasn't interested in it. The bottom half is pretty straightforward. I wish I wrote down how much weight I put in the front. I can't remember. I think I just put one of these number 2 fishing weights is what I put in there. Oh, what else? Nothing too much. The decaling was quite intense. The horizontal fins, quite a bit of detailing. Through here, the decaling is quite nice. Up in the front, a lot of decaling. The instructions are very poor on your decaling placements. It's not until you get done with, you put all the stuff in place, you look at half the decals are still in your hand, but yet there's nowhere it shows. So box art, reference material, and all that stuff needs to be done too, right? I'm just trying to think of what else I wanted to bring to attention here. That is probably it. It feels good to get this kit done and be able to put some placement on the wall here. Now I'm free to move on to some other stuff. I know that freaking old Corvette sitting at me never come back to life. I don't know. But, it feels good to finish a model finally that's been putting off for no reason. Another thing I want to bring up real quickly is, I know it was supposed to be a while back it was called Not So Clear, and it was about clear coating, and we tried Duplicolor enamel, Crayon satin, I got the Tester's lacquer. I could never find what I liked. And in Badass Canadian, a lot of the KPM guys try the Pledge Future. Well, I don't know, man. That sounds kind of weird. That's what I used on this can. You know, look, and it has a decent shine. You know, and just using, excuse me for a moment here, bounce sheets out of the dryer, and you know, just leave it open like this. The shop smells pretty good afterwards. But just taking an old dryer sheet, giving it the buff here. It put a decent enough buff on it. You know, if I wanted another coat and keep buffing it, and of course, you know, with Dr. Cranky using the buffing pads and stuff, to really get a great shine, I could have done that. Now, being a jet that I want to look dirty and weathered for my abilities, this turned out really well. And on the upside, my model has a nice lemoniously fresh smell to it, which is kind of unique. I was going to say it's the first kit I've ever had that smells good. So if you want a nice, good smelling kit and shiny, Pledge Future is where it's at. So anyway, that's what I've got. And if you excuse me, I'm going to contact my agent, see if I can get myself some promotional commercial deals out of this. So anyway, the F-14's done. Watch for a little time-lapse video in here. It's kind of funny to watch, and I'll probably put together a little playlist. But man, it's all good. All right, guys, thanks for following this project, and see you on the next one. Adios.